Hi, everybody. Good morning. I want to talk about loving what you eat and healthy living. I feel like a lot of people struggle. I know I used to actually. You want to eat healthy. Sometimes you know a handful of things to do. But as far as like your everyday, long term healthy living, weight loss, maintenance, building more muscle, lean muscle, whatever your goals are, it's I feel like a fine line that people find healthy living to, oh, I'm on a diet. And it's not that way. It's not a diet. When you choose to put in foods that are good for you, that fuel your body versus foods that are not. And there's little things that you can change. And it's hard in the beginning because your body's used to what it takes in. So I used to love fried food. I don't eat fried food anymore, but because it really hurts my stomach. So actually, that's one of the issues and why I switched over to healthy eating is gut issues. And I used to think, oh, being inflamed, gassy, uncomfortable, this is just the way it is for me when I eat. Well, it turns out, no, it doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to feel that way when I eat. I can still eat things that I love and flavors that I love without having that discomfort. So that was a personal journey for me that I had to find. And it took a while. It took a good bit before I got used to it. And now it's going on 2 years that I've been eating, really watching what I eat, but enjoying what I eat and helping others find their path too, because it can be a big struggle for many people. So I love seafood. So I started to really focus on the food that I love and make it kind of a healthy, tastier version for myself. So I used to eat my seafood fried all the time. Now I just have it baked, pan-seared, grilled, and those are my favorite things to eat. And so I like to cook personally. So for me, it's easy to find. I know my flavor palettes that I enjoy. And so I develop my own recipes. I follow other recipes. I kind of do what makes me happy, the things that I know that taste good. So I would suggest to you, if you're not a cook, that's fine. You can still eat healthy and enjoy it. Look up recipes, know what you like the taste, the palate that you like. Know that and try to incorporate that as best as you can in your eating and your cooking. And so for me, I have a range of things and I like to change it up. I also eat chicken a lot, lean chicken, and egg whites, which are a great source of protein. Without the yolk, you're taking out a lot of fat when you take the yolk out. So you can eat tons of egg whites for snacks, for your breakfast, throw in like all kinds of vegetables with it. Your spices. So I like garlic. So I put not tons of garlic. I don't want to have garlic breath all day, but I put garlic in my egg whites with mushroom and spinach, which are my favorite, and salsa, my favorite vegetables in the morning with my eggs. So it's really finding your knack for those things. So once you figure that out, you can still love eating. I love my food. Michael, my husband, he loves, every time I cook, he looks at me, he's like, how can you make the healthiest food taste so good? And I think it's just that misconception that healthy food doesn't taste good. It tastes good. If you're putting in the right flavor palette, that tastes good. And that's a line that I feel like it's an individual journey for everybody because everybody has different tastes. Everybody likes different things. Some like things really salty, and it's finding that moderation too. And also kind of bringing some of those things down, like super salty is not good for us, high sodium. So learning to kind of bring it down a little bit when salting your foods or cooking or eating things that are high in sodium, like really kind of taking it down a notch. So any kind of healthy eating, lifestyle change, anything in life, you need to take it step by step. If you try to make it all happen at once, unfortunately, in most cases, this is where we tend to give up because it's like, oh, this is ridiculous. It's so much change all at once. So if you can take it day by day, step by step, at your pace, which is what I have done, which is what Michael has done. I've done it with my children. I'm still working with my children on healthy eating habits. They're used to when they were little, you know, we used to put the chicken nuggets in the microwave or in the oven, and, you know, it's bringing them away from those things that, you know, when I was younger, I wasn't really educated on what wasn't good for my children. I wasn't nourishing them. I was, you know, giving them processed and foods that weren't fueling them. And I want to fuel their bodies, right? I want to help them with healthy habits in the same way that I help many of my customers and clients. And a journey that will be a forever journey for me. So let's talk about portions. So in portions, you know, you want to have, when you make a well-balanced meal, you want your lean meat. And so, you know, if you like seafood like I do, you know, eat as much seafood on your plate, not all seafood on your plate. I mean, in your meal planning. So you can have your portion of like a chicken breast or your seafood, your scallops, like I like scallops and shrimp. And for me, it's about, I guess, well, it depends on your protein goals. So in the beginning, you know, you want to do your portion size to be a palm size as you're working towards your goals. And then or if you know your goals already, if you're, like I do a lot of CrossFit and other athletic, you know, moving my body a lot. So I'm burning a lot. So I take in a lot of protein. Those that are just looking for weight loss, I would suggest a palm size for your protein. In that, then for your vegetables, you're going to have a fist size or 2 fist size. You want a good amount of vegetables. And what we're taking in our vegetables are carbs for us, but they're the healthy carbs. And we want 75% of our diet or our balanced meal, of our meals throughout the day to be our good carbs, which are vegetables, fruits, and vegetables. So for your balanced meal, you're going to have 2 fistfuls of vegetables with a palm size of your lean meat. And then you want to go into your grains, which can be sweet potato, quinoa, brown rice, and that's also going to be a fist size. And then healthy fats. So healthy fats are like avocado, but that doesn't mean you can eat like tons of avocado, even though I absolutely love avocado and eat tons of it. It's about a thumb size is your portion in your meal. Seeds such as pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, oils, you know, your olive oils, the things you're cooking with, because all of this is a balanced meal. This is what's going, you know, fueling our bodies. So we're going to balance that out. And as we do this day to day, you're going to feel and see the differences. So, of course, in your weight loss journey, you're going to see the weight come off, but you're going to feel better. You're going to feel the energy. You're going to feel what these foods with this well-balanced meals are doing for you daily. So I just really wanted to talk about that. You know, growing up, my family, my grandmother, my father, we were taught to finish our plate. And, you know, I developed overeating habits. And so anywhere I went, if I was given, and growing up in Texas, any Texans, you know, our portions are huge. So cleaning and finishing your plate was the way, you know, was just like a part of me. That's what I do. And as a young adult, you know, with a higher metabolism, I didn't see a huge, you know, it wasn't an issue for me. And as I got older, I started to feel and see, my stomach became a little more sensitive. It was just uncomfortable to finish, to overeat in that way, to overindulge. And so portions have always been an issue for me. So in the past 2 years, really kind of developing my portion control and picking out of all those 4 things that I said for your balanced meal, pick the things that you like. And, you know, I never liked sweet potatoes before, but I told myself, you know, I really need to transition into better habits, so let me try it. And little by little, I now love sweet potatoes. Don't get me wrong, regular potatoes, but I don't eat them very often, because in your sweet potatoes, you're just getting tons of fuel. You're getting your vitamins, you know, all kinds of stuff that you're not going to get in your regular potato. So anyway, it's figuring out what you like in those things and learning and knowing yourself enough to say, okay, I know here's where my issue is, and wanting to address it and holding yourself accountable. This is where you're going to find change. You can sit around and complain about how tired you feel, if you're uncomfortable at the weight that you're at, but it's until you decide to make the change and to continue to follow through in that change. And if you want it for long term, I mean, you can find short term solutions, and you can drop your weight, you can feel great, and the moment you think, okay, I'm good to go. I can go back to kind of bringing in these foods that I resisted. For me, at least, I tend to fall completely off. And so there is a balance. There's things you can still eat, bring in, but it does need to be in portion control always. Anytime you go past that portion, your stomach begins to grow again, and your brain starts to think, yep, I can eat more, I can put more in, when your portions need to be, for that balanced meal. You need to have those 2 fistfuls of vegetables. And in this, you will get full, and you will see that you will get full, and your cravings will change. I now crave fresh vegetables. I like the cold, crisp salad and juicy tomatoes. It's crazy because I never craved that before, and it's natural. It's not me telling you this is what I crave. It is what I crave, and I've seen a change, and it's pretty amazing. And it's still a journey for me, and will be, I feel, forever. And I am proud of myself as I make these journeys, make these steps towards my goals. And my goals are always changing. They're always growing. I'm always learning. So these are the things that, for me, that I can be proud of myself. I think I could give myself a high five, because it's not easy. And anyone that tells you that it is easy, I don't know what to say. And if it is for them, maybe they're telling the truth on their end. I don't know, but it is not an easy transition. Maintenance gets easier, but it's really up to you and your mindset. So I hope this was helpful. This is my first video on our Wellness Warriors page. I might have kind of gone off on a few tangents, but I'll work to kind of shorten them up. But I really hope it was helpful, and I hope you have a great weekend.